Hey guys, welcome back to another one. And today I'll be doing technical analysis and setups on 5 pairs, and they are Australian JPY, Cadjpy, Swiss JPY, Eurjpy, and USD JPY. And before I begin, this is not financial advice. This is just my perspective of the market. So please use my videos for maybe entertainment purposes or educational purposes, but they're not financial advice. All right. That being said, let's go. So we'll begin on Australian JPY, and we'll begin on the month as usual. So price, we had price, this bearish, price was bearish, and then it um broke out of the bearish trend line, found a little resistance, then went down, and then pushed right through, right through. All right. So we have a bullish trend right about here. So we have a low, high, higher low, higher high, and no rejection. So on the monthly seems to be um, we are seeing a rejection right about this here. So we could probably see maybe pull down to about here, then up, or but let's see on the weekly. So we have we can see it bullish trend, right? Price bullish trend line started going down. So extremely bearish about here on the daily now. So we have trend line, we have a bearish trend being formed right here. All right. So we have high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low again. So clearly we are in a bearish trend from from this point down to this point. All right. 8-4, we have bearish, and already this price is basically at the previous low, and we'll see if we'll get a break this week. I am interested in it. So let's see. So here we have the previous low, and price seen a small rejection about this year, but that's expected. But for me, if I get a break below this point, this low right here, without price going above this point, we'll take a sell. And if I get a break above this point without price going below this area, I will take a buy. And that's it. Very simple setup on Australian JPY. And I think the setups on Cadjpy, Swiss JPY, and Eurjpy and Usdjpy, they are somewhat the same. All right, so we'll begin on. We'll be looking at Cadjpy now. So Cadjpy monthly. So price clearly in a channel, right? So we have resistance, support, monthly bearish. So price is basically at the bullish trend line, and it's basically at previous support, right? From here. So H4, you can see clean bearish stride. So high, low, lower high, lower low. So clear bearish trend. So I can already see that I will take a below this point. So let's take a closer look. So for me, if I get a strong break below this area without price going above this here, right here, I would take a sell. And also if I get a break above this area, so from here, without price going below this area, I would also take a sell. So similar setup to that of Australian JPY, and Swiss should be somewhat the same. All right, so let's go. So man, nothing too important. Maybe we have a bullish trend right about there weekly. So bullish trend, some rejection about here, well, some basically support, strong support on the daily. H4 price was converging a bit, or still is, I guess. If we had a trend line like this, so price is basically still converging. But the most important trend line for me now is this one. So let's go take a closer look. So H1, so we have high, low, higher, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So for me, if I get a break above this here without price going below this here, I'll take a buy. And if I get a break below this here right here, without price going above this point, I will also take a sell. So similar setup to that of Australian JPY, Cadjpy. So let's look at Eurjpy if it's the same. So we have bullish right here. Bullish again. Price broke the bullish trend line, started going down. Bearish trend right about here. Also make note that the bearish trend has gone below the bullish trend line, which is very important. So closer look, we have basically the same setup. So price at support. If I get a break below the support without price going above this here or above this point right here, I would definitely take a sell. And if I get a break above this point without price going below this point, I'll take a buy. So very simple setup on EJ. So far we have same setup, basically the same setup on. Up next is Usdjpy. So monthly we have prices basically in a bearish trend, and it broke out right about here. And since then we have had a retest. So we had the first retest here, and then we're seeing another one right about here. But the here seems to be holding based on the monthly. Weekly bullish trend right about here. Bullish trend, price broke the bullish trend line and instantly found resistance at the back of the trend line. So let's see if we'll get break above here or continuation of the bearish trend. So H4 for me, I would definitely on UJ, I'm only interested in the break of the low, which should mean that the bearish trend would continue. All right. So at this point, let's say I get a break below this area without price going above this point, I would take the sell, right? But that would also mean that the bearish trend continues are. So that would be a bearish trend inside of another bearish trend. So we would have this one. And then if it breaks below this point, so you'd have the main bearish trend, right? So that should look like this from ear to ear to ear, then down, right? And also, if we get a break below here, we would have this one. So this is high to this point to this point and to this point. So that would be um another little bearish trend inside of a bearish trend. I'm not too interested in the break above this point because based on this I'm seeing I'm not a fan of this resistance here that I'm seeing. So this here seems to have a lot of resistance. So for me, I can sit this one out. I'm only interested in the sell. All right, guys. So that's it. So that we have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. There's none on GJ. So that's it for all the JPY pairs. All right, guys. See you on the next one.